snap to Ronnie. Ronnie right side, breaks a tackle. He's gone.
Avery up the middle. Then he bumps it out to the right. There he goes.
Runs over Landry. He steamrolled everybody.
Spun around, still on his feet. Good balance. He's across midfield. Rolls angling left. Has room. 15, 10, 5. Jackpot! He got it. He got it.
NFL on ESPN America.
Well, the champs were back in sync in the first half here today, leading at 13-3. They'll be receiving the second half kickoff in just a moment. And a reminder, this game brought to you in high definition here on CBS. Well, the Bengals almost botched things before the half, but they did walk away with 3.
Some first half, though, wasn't it? If you just watched it and go, okay, now tell us the score if you didn't know certain plays, you go, oh, 24-3. Or so the Bengals, you got to give them credit. They hung in there.
Marvin Lewis, this is his 100th game as the head coach at Cincinnati. When you take into account 98 regular season games and 1 postseason matchup when they played the Steelers here 3 years ago. That was the one where Carson Palmer on the second snap of the game had his knee blown out. Steelers won on the way to the Super Bowl title, and look at the run back by Logan to the 29-yard line. So, you know, if you're at halftime and you're Marvin Lewis, what are you telling your team here?
We're only down 13-3. That's what he says.
I didn't know what you were doing there.
Yeah, no,
I thought you were sending a message to.
Yeah, well, I was doing that too.
Okay.
But you don't think about it. The Bengals, you got some momentum. You make a good play. You stop them on 4th down, and then you get down and kick that field goal. And we've done so many games, but you get so many opportunities. You got to take advantage of them. And I think the Steelers are saying, looking at themselves, going, "Wow, we had a chance to really just make this game one-sided, and they didn't do it."
Okay, they'll be beginning from the 30. Big first half by Willie Parker there, Phil. Had about 100 yards of total offense. Coming over to Miller, his 5th catch, and again, one of a short variety. Parker had 72 yards on the ground in the first half. And 1 catch for 27 yards. They went for the touchdown, so 99 total yards. Cincinnati was negative 10 yards in that first quarter. But things began to heat up a little bit for them in the second stanza. Palmer led them down the field again before the half with a field goal. So 2nd down and 6. And that's a flag down as it goes to Santonio Holmes.
Going to get Hines Ward for holding, I think. These quick screens, the Steelers love them, and they're really good at it.
Pass interference, offense, number 86.
Yeah, it's the second time they've called a big penalty against Hines Ward in this game. Would have been Holmes' first catch.
Watch 86 going up the field. I don't know. I didn't see it. I thought the football actually arrived to Santonio Holmes before Hines Ward made contact. But the Steelers use all those quick screens. They've become very good at them. Bruce Arians actually ran a lot of them when he was with the Cleveland Browns as an offensive coordinator. And you got to look at it. Sometimes they do that instead of running the football.
2nd down, 15. Picked off. Look out. This should go for a touchdown. Jonathan Joseph returns it for the score. First interception of the season for the Bengals.
Hard to tell what went wrong, Jim. It was a blitz. Was the routes supposed to change? Or Santonio Holmes didn't look quick enough? It doesn't matter. Good job by Jonathan Joseph.
Roy Williams even got a free lick on Roethlisberger right there at the goal line.
Held that football up a little too quick, too.
Look out. Snap sails all the way back to the 30. Bounds to the 36. Brad St. Louis not giving Shane Graham a chance. 13-9. 30-yard run back and a touchdown by the Bengals. Back in it.
Everything they fought for, sacrificed, and overcame, took them one step closer to the ultimate prize. The 2009 MLB Division Series. Coming soon to ESPN America.
NFL on ESPN America.
We're live in Europe this weekend for the 2009 CompuWare NHL Premiere. With top teams from the NHL in attendance. It's going to be a hockey fest for the Stockholm and Helsinki fans.
What a pass, what a goal! Far side long, one time score!
Hockey is back this weekend with the CompuWare NHL Premiere, only on ESPN America.
Well, Roethlisberger and the Steelers, their first giveaway points allowed this year, and it's a big one.
Oh, it is. And you can just look at Ben Roethlisberger. Boy, he is, of course, he's upset. But when you play in this league, when you make mental mistakes, that's what really gnaws at you. You're going to make physical mistakes because the guys across there, if you're good.
And Graham drives it down to about the 3. To Stephon Logan. Logan taken off to the outside. Switches hands with the football. He's at midfield and dragged down by Roy Williams. Trying to switch that momentum back with a 56-yard return.
Well, he did it, but let's look at the interception real quick, Jim. Santonio Holmes, top of your screen. Watch Jonathan Joseph. The corner across from him. He reads the quarterback. He sets. Oh, what good job of reading Ben Roethlisberger. But why I think it was Santonio Holmes and the snap over the placeholder's head. Why I think it was the receiver's fault, Jim, just by the reaction of the coaching staff towards Santonio Holmes when he walked towards the sideline.
Holmes having a miserable day. Dropped one in the first half. No catches so far. But the return by Logan sets up the Steelers at the Bengals 40, and a good quick hit on Willie Parker for no gain. That's Brandon Johnson.
Until you said it, we got to give it its due. Logan, so quick, and look how he runs. We've seen him now last week and this week. The weaving, if you're a defender, you just got to stay in place and wait till he comes.
Yeah, look at this tackle. Is that the horse collar by Roy Williams?
It is not.
It's not.
Good, no call.
And of course, he's the one that really created that whole stir and that call.
Yeah, he used to pull him down from behind and fall in the back of the legs. That's why they had to outlaw it.
Yep. Big block by Frazier on that return. Here's the toss over to Wallace, and he's got the catch. 4th one of the day.
Man.
It's where the guy sitting at home says, well, why wasn't that, Phil? Why wasn't that a horse collar?
Well, first off, he grabbed him in the middle of the jersey and just pulled him backwards with it. But the horse collar, your hands got to be up in there around the shoulder pads. and then you got to drag them down from behind. Pull them backwards. That's the true sense of the horse collar, the rule.
Bengals trying to prevent the Steelers from getting the momentum right back in their favor. 3rd down and 4. Noel D. Moore comes in, flanking Roethlisberger, switching things around as he steps back into the gun. Pump fake, looking long, going to the end zone, looking for Swede, and he didn't hold on. Oh, he had problems with drops last year, and this is one that was a sure touchdown.
What a job, everybody. The Steelers, Roethlisberger pulls out of a sack, reloads the football. Who grabs him? But Limas Swede, the coverage breaks down. And Dukeway gets caught looking short, and Swede runs right by him. Perfect throw.
Awful.
Yeah, those kind of drops.
Got to make that catch.
They wear on you. They become you. It's hard sometimes to overcome the fact when you drop easy ones like that.
52 yards. Reed with the kick, and it hooks wide left. So they come up empty. Looked like it was a 7-point play. But Sweet unable to hold on. Reed misses a long-range kick. It's 13-9 Steelers.
Ishikawa, high drive, right field, out of here.
Another 1-2 pitch to Ramirez. Swinging a long one to left. This is going to go. He's hit his sixth. Sox lead 1-0.
And there is another home run. What a shot. See ya. Oh, he crushed it.
Yeah. And that's in the air to right center field. Hit pretty well. Is it his second home run? It is. Micah Owings with a 3-run opposite field home run.
Right at the wall, leaping, and it's out of here. Matt Wieters with his first major league home run.
That's hit well to left center field. Delman Young going back, and that ball's gone. A home run for Andrew McCutcheon.
Yeah, his first major league home run. It's a 2-run home run here with 1 out in the 3rd inning.
Watch the best big league blasts on Baseball Tonight, only on ESPN America. We're live in Europe this weekend for the 2009 CompuWare NHL Premiere. With top teams from the NHL in attendance. It's going to be a hockey fest for the Stockholm and Helsinki fans.
For providing our aerial coverage here in Cincinnati, Ohio, where the momentum has changed. Pittsburgh just giving things away here in the 3rd quarter. The interception, run back for a touchdown. The drop, a certain touchdown.
Yep. You said it, the energy is back.
Plus, with the missed field goal, they get to start this drive from the 42. Benson works the middle of the field for about 2.
Well, Jim, let's go look at this play the Steelers ran. Limas Swede, top of the screen, and then look down the middle. The safety comes up, well designed, well thought out. Roethlisberger gets away, nice pump fake, and his perfect throw. I mean, perfect, especially when you got to reload.
Swede had a big drop in a playoff game last year, and the former 2nd-round draft pick out of Texas, and that will weigh on him. And a run out within a yard of a first. Benson sets up a 3rd and 1. Give him 7. We got an update on the Broncos out in Oakland. James Brown, what is it?
Jim and Phil, take a look. Here's Denver tossing to Noshawn Marino, the rookie 7-yard TD run, first of his career, and Denver is all on top of Oakland 20-3. That in the 3rd. Jim Nance, Phil Simms.
All right, JB, that Oakland offense just can't get things going. It awakened last week at the end to eke out a victory at Kansas City, but Jamarcus Russell with the pair of kicks so far. Here's the throw on 3rd and 1, and Coles won't get it. William Gay, textbook, how to wrap up a guy. Sets him back for a loss of a yard. Interesting play here on 3rd and a yard.
Yeah, it's a run play, and of course Carson Palmer had the option to throw it quickly. He does. How about William Gay? You said it right. Textbook, knowing the situation, being alert. As Mike Tomlin would say, that's situational football done the right way.
Pittsburgh defense comes up big. To thwart that Bengal momentum near midfield. Brad St. Louis this time snaps it back just fine. And Huber's kick goes out of bounds outside the 20. So it's going to be a short boot, only 25 yards. 13-9 here in Cincinnati.
Let's put a few thousand
Everything they fought for, sacrificed, and overcame, took them one step closer to the ultimate prize. The 2009 MLB Division Series. Coming soon to ESPN America.
Snap to Ronnie. Ronnie right side for exit tackle. He's gone.
Mabry up the middle. Then he bumps it out to the right. There he goes.
Runs over Landry. He steamrolled everybody.
Spun around, still on his feet.
Good balance. He's across midfield. Rolls angling left. Has room. 15, 10, 5. Jackpot. He got it. He got it.
NFL on ESPN America.
The Tennessee Titans used the 24th pick in the 2008 NFL Draft on East Carolina running back Chris Johnson. Johnson had a terrific rookie season, ranking 3rd in the AFC with 1,228 rushing yards and averaging a stellar 4.9 yards per carry. Johnson reached the end zone 9 times on the ground. The versatile back also caught 43 passes for 260 yards and a touchdown.
Steelers break huddle, and we'll start at the 25. Parker, and a quick hit on him by Antoine Odom. How about a little eye vision here from the Sim spotlight?
Well, again, top of your screen, and Jonathan Joseph reading the receiver, then the drop of the quarterback. When Ben Roethlisberger raises his arm, he sits, he breaks. You know, it's just knowing the game, reading the quarterback, and taking advantage of a situation when they make a mistake.
And another flag is down. Parker tries to weave it and take it out to the 30. We got, I think, 2 different flags, sets of infractions. Parker had run for 3. They're starting to slow him down.
Defensive line really working in unison, doing a good job as a group here.
Holding. Offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
Willie Colon, right tackle. Robert Gathers, tough call. Quick move inside. Well, there's another one. I tell you, the Steelers have brought in a 6th offensive lineman trying to stop Antoine Odom from coming down the line of scrimmage and making plays. And Antoine Odom's winning that battle a few times.
Backs the Steelers to the 16. 2nd down, 19. They go screen with Moore. And he spins out to the 22. 3rd and long on the way. It's update time on the Bears and Seahawks. JB, take it away.
Jim and Phil, take a look at the shake and bake and the speed of rookie Johnny Knox here on the receiving end of this Jay Cutler pass. 7 yards, take here, shake and bake, zip, speed, touchdown. And Chicago nursing a 1-point lead over Seattle in the third. Jim Nance, we're with Phil Simms.
All right, Johnny Knox had the winner last week, the winning touchdown grab against the Steelers. They came back now in that game from 13-0 down. Chicago to take the lead. Here Cincinnati was down 13-zip. Trying to clamp down on 3rd and 13. Roethlisberger hit when he threw it, but he was able to rifle it in time to Mike Wallace. Brandon Johnson had pressure on Roethlisberger, who got it away just in time.
Yeah, he hung in there. They're collapsing the pocket. The Bengals doing a pretty good job, but Roethlisberger say they want him to stay in the pocket, throw on rhythm. Nice route by Mike Wallace on the outside. He faked like he was going to the sideline, and then when he stopped and broke in, there's nothing Jonathan Josephs could do.
That's the 3rd time in this game Big Ben has gone to Wallace on 3rd down to pick up the first. Wallace at now 5 catches for 87 yards. Miller at fullback as they run it right side for 2. Willie Parker. We have not seen Rashard Mendenhall today after he came up with a couple of big plays in Chicago last week.
Yeah, we thought we might see him, and we just got the, I think we got the vibe. Is that the word?
Yeah.
That Mike Tomlin sending a little message to Rashard Mendenhall that this league is about a sense of urgency.
All week long.
That's right, and it starts during practice, meetings, everything. I said, what would you do, Coach, if you put him in for a couple plays and he gained a lot of yards? Well, I'd keep him in.
We can adjust to things, can't we?
Yeah.
2nd down and 8. On play action and pressure. Roethlisberger with a flag down. That's Ward inside the 40. Gain of 21.
Illegal contact. Defense, number 29. Penalty is declined. Result of the play.
So they'll take the catch, of course, and that's the 4th grab of the day for 82 yards for Ward.
Tell you what, the man is cool in the pocket, gets quick pressure, able to get away from it. This play has no chance, of course, except for the movement by Ben Roethlisberger, and then what a throw down the field.
That's the 5th play of this game for the Steelers that went for over 20 yards. And coming around to make the hit in a hurry, Malaluga. A loss of 2. Another update. Back to New York.
Hey, Jim and Phil, a little trickery helping the cause here for San Diego. Take a look at Rivers out of the shotgun, hands off to Sproles. Sproles back to Phillip Rivers. He goes and finds Antonio Gates, 19-yard pickup. Led to a San Diego score. They're up 10-6. Jim Nance, Phil Simms.
So a low-scoring affair out there in San Diego. And the Chargers take the lead. Phillip Rivers running it in from 5 yards out. Here's Roethlisberger on 2nd down. Holmes finally with a catch. And he's tackled at the 23. Picks up 18.
Steelers so good. They make you respect the run. They run it just enough. Look at the middle of the field. It's wide open. Nice route. Good timing by Ben Roethlisberger. This is one of their signature routes. They call it a little skinny post. He just goes down the field, bends in slightly. It's all about timing, and excellent job that time.
By the way, in that game, San Diego and Miami, Chad Pennington's been knocked out of the game, and Chad Henne is at quarterback for the Dolphins. Double fake, stepping up, throwing it right side to Parker. And a pair of Bengals converge and keep them about a yard, maybe 2 short of the first.
This offense is starting to, you know, it's really diverse. They fake the reverse to the wide receiver. They got good play actions. You know, they run with some power. The quarterback moves. Reminds me of the Houston Cougars.
Hey, last night, huh?
Yeah, I know. Well, that perks you.
Remind you of Case Keenum a little bit, huh? 400 and
I got to tell you,
50-some yards in their big win over Texas Tech.
It was really something to watch. The movement on offense, and Steelers, for a professional football team, they do a lot of movement, a lot of different things too. 2nd down and 1. He'll run for it. Parker's going to get it. And he gets the edge and gets knocked out at about the 5. Running behind Matt Spaeth and Hines Ward, who open up the edge. Picks up 10. This is one of those drives, Jim, where there are a lot of plays that when they put on a reel how to do something right, you're going to see these plays in this drive, because good blocking, Heath Miller, Hines Ward, Spaeth, they get the edge, and Willie Parker's fast enough to take advantage of it.
So 1st and goal to go. They've been stopped twice inside the 10 and had to settle for field goals.
Unbalanced again.
10th play of the drive goes to Parker, and he's within a yard.
Steelers,
they're going hurry up here.
Yeah. Always be alert for a quarterback sneak and a hurry up offense in a situation like this.
2nd and goal. You got it, Phil. And does Roethlisberger. Yes, touchdown, Pittsburgh. Second time in 2 weeks, Roethlisberger with a rush touchdown.
That was some drive. To come back from the interception, the Bengals have good field position again, and they stop them. And then Roethlisberger to come down and make all those plays, avoid tackles, good running, good blocking. No wonder they're defending Super Bowl champions.
It's a 75-yard drive. Malaluga is hurt.
Boy, Trey Essex, man, he got a block.
Malaluga on the back of the pile, on the other side of the pile. And that little chip there on the back of his leg.
I'll tell you, I don't. Well, I'll tell you after the break.
We're going to take a break with Malaluga and the medical crew on the field.
What can you learn from Tony Stewart?
You got to sell stuff you love. People.
Hi, I'm Bill Plaschke, the oft-muted voice of reason on Around the Horn, and you're watching ESPN America.
Better hurry up, man. You're not playing Dayton today. Ho, 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 ho! Santa Claus is here. Huddle up. Time is of the essence. Solo right snug. Oh, I like that. Good.
You guys are a good player. Both of you guys are old, though, and very high maintenance.
Play your game now. Yeah. Have a little fun. Work through the kinks. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Hey, Jeff, that's downright nasty, brother. Hey, I've been coaching 25 years. I've never seen that. You're 6'5", 3. After I get done with you, you're gonna be 5'9". How the hell do you call that? Well, call it on Tom Brady, will you? Call it on those guys. Come on, hey, one stop. One stop.
3rd down, 18. Dropping Gannon, looking Gannon, looking Gannon. There it is. The dagger's in. We're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah! Super Bowl, baby! Boom, boom, boom!
The big game is back. College football all season long on ESPN America. It's where athletes become machines, where spirit counts the most, and where blood runs gold and green. See all the action from your favorite teams and watch tomorrow's legends playing games today.
Malaluga was helped by a pair of attendees off the field. Malaluga, great promise for him. The 2nd round pick out of USC. He has an innateness to play the game, said his coach. Extra point is good by Reed. 75-yard drive. Roethlisberger 1-yard touchdown run. 20-9 Steelers.
Coach Ditka, it's hot up here and we're...
Hi, this is Jackie McMullen from Around the Horn, and you are watching ESPN America.
In a city like Hong Kong, badminton is a sport with a huge following. And what better experience for every fan than to see their favourite pastime played at the highest level. During the annual Thomas Cup, players from all over the world gather to find out who's the best. The speed and pace of badminton makes it as demanding as any other sport, as the shuttlecock travels at speeds reaching 70 miles an hour. For the players, one has to also factor in the tricky flight of the bird, which makes things even more challenging. This leaves the players with very small margin for error, as the first to 15 wins the match, offering fans one of the most exciting finishes around. Stay tuned for more amazing games right here on ESPN.
ESPN America is back on the ice. We've got the very first regular season game.
Way they go.
As two of the oldest NHL teams take to the ice in Toronto. It's Canadiens Leafs.
Go right into the slot, scores!
Then in Colorado, Joe Sakic retires his jersey as the Sharks take on the Avalanche. An NHL doubleheader, Thursday on ESPN America.
Roethlisberger and his backup Charlie Batch. Look at the Polaroids, the touchdown ending the drive, and boy, the momentum had been in the favor of the Bengals at the start of this quarter. You look back to that 3-and-out that the Bengals had after the missed field goal. That was a huge defensive stand for the Steelers. Change things back their way. Caldwell splits it out to the 31. Now what happened to Malaluga? Our first chance to show you, and it's not pretty. Watch 58 come in on the
right side.
Right side here.
Left ankle.
And the Bengals, great PR folks, passing on quick word here that it's the knee. We thought it might be an ankle.
Yes, but we were told it was the knee. I'll tell you though, Jim.
And also sent along word that Tank Johnson, with a foot injury, is doubtful to return on that defensive front for Cincinnati. Here's Palmer. Quickly over to Ochocinco. He's barely been on the field as Palmer in this offensive unit this half. Hey, if you can't get enough fantasy football, check out NFL.com's challenge games. Playbook challenge, where every yard equals a point, or touchdown challenge. It's all at NFL.com/fantasy.
Just to go back to that Steelers touchdown drive, and I think we all agree, the Steelers last week and this week, there's just the offense has got a rhythm. They just kind of just lumber along one play after another. They keep making them. Been impressive.
Boy, quick blitz. Rushing in there in a hurry was Lawrence Timmons, and he deflected the pass.
Yeah, just you got to identify where the trouble is. The Bengals didn't identify the left side, and Lawrence Timmons, Mike Tomlin says he's a difference maker. Free rusher on the edge. So far today, though, always a big key. Anytime you have a Steelers defense blocking the outside linebackers. James Harrison, he lets himself get blocked because he wants Lawrence Timmons to have room to come and get to the quarterback.
Bengals trying to prevent another 3-and-out. They've got to get to the 41 for the first. Coles, he's not going to get there. That was Tyrone Carter closing on him quickly.
Yeah, not much you can do. It's not the same movement if Troy Polamalu is in there, but it's still a lot. And they could not pick up the number of blitzers, so they have to throw it quick.
Mike Taylor guarding here, Ochocinco.
Yeah, but no chance to hold the football long enough to throw it to Ocho Cinco down the field.
Huber forced to punt again. Oh, it's a fake. They've got the first down. It's Crocker down to the Pittsburgh 40. Whoa. What a moment for the Bengals. Picks up 21.
What a decision. A game-turning decision. That's what Marvin Lewis is hoping. Big gamble. But when teams do something like this, they put a lot of research and time into it. And that's when you want to do it, when you're kind of on your side of the field, backed up, where they don't suspect it. That's what football's about. Catching the other team off guard.
Chinedum Ndukwe was the one who sealed that side. He froze off Frazier. Crocker picks up the 21 yards, and now moving inside the Pittsburgh 40 and down to the 31 is Cedric Benson. That's 9. Yeah, watch Ndukwe just seal the side. 41.
41, yeah, nice job. You're right, Jim. Gets the outside leverage, and Fox cannot get to him. What's it look like from above? Looks pretty good if you're a Bengals fan.
That equaled the longest play of the day by Cincinnati. On second down and a yard, James Harrison comes up and puts them into that shaky 3rd and 3. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Congratulations, 7-time Emmy winning The Amazing Race. Go!
Marlins superstar shortstop Hanley Ramirez is one of the freshest faces in the game today. The Rookie of the Year in 2006, Hanley already has more than 600 hits in just over 3 full seasons.
Number 28 and his 4th hit tonight. The numbers just keep piling up and are unbelievable.
And last season, he got to chat it up as the starting shortstop in the All-Star game. Once the game got underway, Hanley's bat did all the talking with a pair of hits.
If somebody were starting a franchise right now, he's in the top 3 players you might start with.
Come the end of 2008, Ramirez had earned his first Silver Slugger Award. It's doubtful that it'll be his last.
It's where the Lions are white and the Buckeyes are fierce. It's where the Seminoles face the Hurricane and the Yellow Jackets swarm the Terps. It's where the Irish fight and the Trojans charge. It's where the Longhorns battle the Aggies and the Eagles face off with the Hokies. It's where the Gators rule the jungle. This is college football, and it's back and at home on ESPN America.
Got his man, touchdown!
It's where spirit counts the most and rivalries never die. It's about tradition and pride. It's about today and tomorrow. It's American football played from the heart. Catch all the action all season long and witness the glory. Watch tomorrow's legends play in games today. College football is back and at home on ESPN America.
The field. Okay, big play coming up to start the quarter from the Pittsburgh 34.
I think you almost got to look at it. You might be in 2-down territory where you are. So don't take a sack if you're the quarterback.
Out of the gun on 3rd and 3. Comes the blitz. Tough pass. Well defended. James Harrison was over there causing trouble, and so too was William Gay.
James Ferrier coming unblocked to the quarterback. Again, they're so athletic on the defensive side. They give you, they're moving around now. Here in the third quarter, the last couple drives, this Pittsburgh defense showing some different looks, and it's working.
They're going for the 52-yard field goal. They're down 2 scores. A field goal here would bring them within 8. A touchdown and the 2 away from a tie. Shane Graham, again, 52 yards. Huber on the hold. Graham, no way, not this time. That'll set up the Steelers at the 42. May have been blocked.
David Amber, joined by Carolina Hurricane star Eric Stahl. Eric, once Jared cracks the lineup with the Coyotes, we now 4 Stahl brothers in the NHL. What's it going to take for you guys to be the first family of hockey?
I don't know. Hopefully, he continues to develop in junior and gets a chance in Phoenix. They're obviously great players, and Mark and Jordan, playing in New York and Pittsburgh, and just waiting for Jared to get that opportunity in Phoenix.
At what point are you able to sit back and maybe enjoy the fact, like, wow, I'm living out my dream, my brothers are living out their dreams too?
Yeah, we do a little bit during the summer, just sitting back and going back over the season. It's pretty neat, I think, for my parents and my dad and my family just to watch us develop, and obviously playing in the NHL, where we always dreamed of playing when we were kids, and for us to get that opportunity and play, it's something pretty special and something pretty cool.
Hi, this is Tony Kornheiser from Pardon the Interruption, and you are watching ESPN America, American for Sports.
PTI.
In Cincinnati, Ohio-born Ben Roethlisberger coming home, if you will, to the Buckeye State where he's never lost as a Steeler. Set up a couple of scores, threw one to Parker, rushed for another. And his side leads at 20-9. Malaluga is back out there. Parker, he's got 89 now on the game after collecting 3 that play. Malaluga in on the tackle. Tonight on 60 Minutes, where did all the Bernie Madoff money go? The man in charge of searching for it has some answers, and he's on the season premiere of 60 Minutes tonight. Now that's one I guarantee you never would have imagined, huh? Malaluga being back out?
No, not at all. And I actually missed a play because I saw him sprint out the tunnel and I couldn't believe it.
We looked at the replays, by the way, on the field goal attempt. Does not appear that Ryan Clark had a fingertip on just a missed kick. And Parker thrown down after a gain of a yard. We got 3rd and about 6 or 7 coming up.
Boy, overall, I know we said a little bit about it earlier, but just overall, the Steelers' offensive line, when they have broken down in protection, Roethlisberger has moved and got out of trouble, and they're aggressive in their run blocking, and it's just keeping the rhythm of their offense going. They're building trust with the play caller, Bruce Arians, and of course, Ben Roethlisberger loves his offensive lineman.
Bengals have not had a sack today. They had 9 on the season coming in. Quick pass. They go again on 3rd down to Wallace, but this time he stopped short by Jonathan Joseph. He got 6, he needed 7.
Good job by Jonathan Joseph. Just, again, they know it's an all-out blitz, and everybody on the Bengals side knows there's no way they can block them all, so you've got to be a very good tackler when the pass is thrown short, and Joseph was that time.
So Daniel Sepulveda comes out, first punt of the day, and they almost get to him. Fair catch signaled by Quan Cosby, who had such a big performance, 2 big returns last week against the Packers. 34-yard punt, ball back to the Bengals. They're down 11.
ESPN America is back on the ice. We've got the very first regular season game.
Away they go.
As 2 of the oldest NHL teams take to the ice in Toronto. It's Canadiens Leafs.
Go right into the slot, scores!
Then in Colorado, Joe Sakic retires his jersey as the Sharks take on the Avalanche. An NHL doubleheader, Thursday on ESPN America.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Out of here! Cadet get out of here in a hurry.
2 hops to Lewis. Here comes the throw home. It's there waiting. The tank is out.
Lewis coming in. Lewis is going to dive and make the catch.
Watch Freddie Lewis go. Let's go. Triples alley. Lewis with his speed will get to third easily. He's exciting.
And that ball is a home run.
Everything they fought for.
Base hit.
Sacrificed. And overcame. Took them one step closer.
Base hit left field.
The ultimate prize. The 2009 MLB Division Series. Coming soon to ESPN America.
As the football at its own 15. Jim Nantz, Phil Simms here at Paul Brown Stadium. Steelers trying to make it 9 consecutive wins at this stadium. Out of the gun, Palmer gets it over to Caldwell. And he picks up about 14 and a first. How about special teams today?
Well, last week they were a detriment to the Steelers. They had all the penalties. But this time the Bengals with the snap. Logan on the good return, but the breakdown was on the punt. But the Steelers defense came through, and then the long field attempt, no good by the Bengals. Well, you talk about special teams. We don't talk about them enough. But you look at the Tennessee Titans, they probably lost their game against the Jets. Special teams breakdowns.
Well, Palmer gets the time to throw it. He's got another first down with Ocho Cinco. That one's good for 14.
Down the field throwing. This is something that Marvin Lewis talks so much about. They missed it last year. He goes, we couldn't make a play down the field. We couldn't even get pass interference down the field because we couldn't throw it far enough. Saw Carson Palmer, when was that, Jim? The last game of the year? Throwing in the gym. He goes, man, that's, you just realize that's what we need.
Yeah, he's zinging it around there pretty good. And he said that's what we need. They were 32nd in the league last year, total offense. They have not had a big play here today. Nothing of the 25-yard type play or longer. And, whoa, crowd here wants a flag, and it comes in at the end. They were looking at Coates. Tyrone Carter reaching around. To amplify what you're talking about, Ocho Cinco in 2007 had 27.
Defense, number 25. Stop foul.
Calling on Ryan Clark.
First down.
Good protection. Coach down the field. Safety gets there, pulls him. That's why they call it. You can put your hand on the receiver, but when you move him, that's when it's a penalty.
17-yard penalty. Ocho Cinco had 27 catches 2 years ago, best in the league that went for at least 20. Last year he had only 3. This year he's already at 4 grabs over 20. So the big play threat's already been back, but we haven't seen it so much today. Big run though by Benson, and he gallops for about 8. Next Saturday, Jordan Jefferson and the Bayou Bengals of LSU get down between the hedges with Joe Cox and the Georgia Bulldogs. Vernon Gary will have the call, and Tim and Spencer will be in the studio with the TIAA Prep College Football Today, beginning at 3 next Saturday on CBS. Chris Henry into the lineup now. James Harrison's ready to pounce. Palmer in trouble. And coming back to get him is Harrison. Does not go as a sack, does it? And did it give him no gain? It looked like he may have picked up a yard or 2.
Well, if it's a no gain, of course it's a sack. But so far today, the Bengals have done a good job against James Harrison, Lamar Woodley on the outside. And it's always a worry, like I said earlier, because the 3-4 defense, sooner or later, you're a back or a tight end is going to have to block one of those outside linebackers who really are just defensive ends that are athletic enough to stand up.
All right, 3rd and 2. And a first down grab by Coles. That last Harrison play did go as a sack. Coles with the catch for 9, and the Bengals move the sticks.
Lavernius Coles, smart, I think everybody knows when he played for the Jets, he just got an attitude, a toughness, being a pro, and he's wearing off on the wide receivers here in Cincinnati. And look at that. Well, that's one reason why he's not getting a lot of sacks, Jim. He's double teamed. Every time there's a free offensive lineman, go look for number 92.
That's a pretty good idea. First down, Bengals, 23-yard line. Benson taken off inside the 20 to the 10. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Cedric Benson. 23 yards. Now do they go for 2 at this time? 9:14 remaining. Benson with a big run.
I would go for 2 right here, but nice blocking up inside. James Ferrier just gets manhandled. Cedric Benson, what speed, goes around the corner and outruns Tyrone Carter. And maybe that, I'm not getting it, but Troy Polamalu from the safety position, so fast, such a great tackler, he probably would have stopped that from being a touchdown. But to go back to your point, Jim, yes, I would go for 2 right here.
Try to get it within a field goal game. Gonna throw for it. Batted down by Woodley. Cedric Benson's longest touchdown run in 2 years. 20-15. Pittsburgh's lead down to 5.
2008 was a big year for Steelers linebacker James Harrison. In addition to becoming a Super Bowl champion, Harrison also took home the hardware for NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Harrison is a perfect fit at outside linebacker for Pittsburgh. His 16 sacks ranked him 4th in the NFL, but his ability to drop into coverage and make plays is what sets him apart.
Ben is back. He's going to throw it long. There's a man open. This pass will be touchdown. Terrific job by Ben, but that was Ben at his best. Ben gets the snap. He's back. Throws it back corner of the end zone. Santonio with a touchdown.
You got to give Roethlisberger credit. That was a heck of a play.
NFL on ESPN America.
And it is a fair ball and a home run. And Ryan Howard with a towering home run as the Phillies go back-to-back here in the 5th. And now lead it 4-1. And the Phillies' road magic continues.
We're live in Europe this weekend for the 2009 CompuWare NHL Premier. With top teams from the NHL in attendance. It's going to be a hockey fest for the Stockholm and Helsinki fans.
What a pass, what a goal! Far side long, one time,
Hockey is back this weekend with the CompuWare NHL Premier, only on ESPN America.
Since a game at Seattle in November of '07.
Yeah, the change of his diet, loving the offense here. The running game suits him, and you turned to me and said, well, I haven't seen that kind of speed from him before, and it's why they love him here in Cincy.
Wren delivers it to the 8. Logan again makes somebody miss, but velcroed a little later on by Leon Hall. 50 years of covering the NFL on CBS.
Roethlisberger on a hot read. He's got Holmes down the sideline. Diving. Touchdown. Pittsburgh.
That was Bill Cowher's last game. The head coach of the Steelers. A win in overtime to close out the regular season. Knocked the Bengals out of the playoffs. And as we count down to Super Bowl 44 here on CBS, we'll have it February the 7th in Miami. First down from the 27. And Parker walloped at the line. Update time. Back to James Brown in New York.
Jim and Phil, the Saints trying to get an effective ground game to go along with that prolific passing game. This is Pierre Thomas, 34-yard TD run to touchdown territory. 9 carries, 76 yards rushing. Saints up 17-7 in the fourth. Jim and Phil.
Saints trying to go to 3-0. Second down and 11. Roethlisberger to Wallace. And this young man now over 100 yards on the game. Let's see on the spot. And it might be requiring a measurement.
Well-designed play once again. 3 guys together. 2 of them spread the defense. Mike Wallace goes in the middle. He's wide open because. Here he comes. 1 to the outside, 1 to the inside. Look at the hole in the middle.
Now they found themselves a new weapon today, didn't they, the Steelers?
3rd receiver. In this league now, this NFL, hey, even Bill Cowher said, throw it first so you can run the ball. The throwing game sets up the running game. But you need a 3rd wide receiver just like you need extra defensive backs. And we could tell, you and I, you said it, just the way Mike Tomlin was talking about Mike Wallace last night caught our attention. Caught our attention last week against the Chicago Bears.
This will get your attention too. 3rd and a foot with 8 minutes and change. Sneak. Roethlisberger drives, and he's got it.
Here we go, man. I don't know. This is not the greatest spot here.
Well, they've already signaled first. To the displeasure of many here. Wednesdays on Showtime, Emmy Award-winning Inside the NFL with JB, Phil, Chris Collinsworth, Warren Sapp. Longest running show on cable. Inside the NFL Wednesdays on Showtime. So first down, Pittsburgh, 38-yard line. Parker. Bodies collide at the 40, and he falls to the 41 for 3.
I'd say the Steelers got their, whatever they call it, their big package, elephant, something, rhinoceros. They have an extra 2 tight ends, an extra offensive lineman. And there's no secrets when you bring all that in there. We're going to run the football. They throw it well. Maybe they don't run it with the power they used to, but they still run it well enough to keep you honest on defense.
Running by far the best they have in the first 3 weeks. But Parker this time twisted at the line for no gain by Chris Crocker.
Good timing by Chris Crocker. He gets up there late. Nobody to block him, makes the tackle. On the outside, 42. Oh, he just goes around Spaeth. They had a guy to block him, just couldn't get it done.
Now can the Cincinnati defense now make a stand as we approach 6 minutes. They've gone to Wallace so many times in this situation today. The Steelers have.
They're expecting blitz.
It's coming. They get to Roethlisberger, and this time no escape. First sack of the game by the Bengals. It was Antoine Odom who got to him first. Sims was there a little later, and others.
That was a disciplined pass rush by the Bengals. Look at that. All of them spread across the board. So when Roethlisberger tries to get out of trouble, nowhere to go. Antoine Odom inside breaks a double team and gets a hold and doesn't let go.
Sepulveda sends a spiral all the way back down to the 11. Here's Quan Cosby, dangerous returner. And he's out to the 28-yard line. 51-yard boot, but brought back 16 yards. Odom on the board with another sack today. And the Bengals have a shot here. 5 minutes to go.
Hit and drop. Went up in the air and got helicoptered.
Here he goes down.
Boy, he steamrolled LeRon Landry.
NFL on ESPN America.
In 2008, the Super Bowl champion Steelers boasted the #1 defense in the NFL. Pittsburgh held opponents to a league-low 13.9 points per game and allowed the fewest passing yards and second fewest rushing yards in the league. Led by perennial Pro Bowler Troy Polamalu and 2008's NFL Defensive MVP James Harrison, expect more of the same from the Steel Curtain in 2009.
Bengals at the line of scrimmage. First down and 10. Trying to come back from 13 down early in this game. They were down 14 last week at Green Bay and won. It's Benson. And he slides out to the 32. Falls at the feet of James Ferrier. You know, that extra point's looming large too. Brad St. Louis. This one got away from him. Snapping it.
Yeah, this hit the backstop.
Yeah.
But it's hard to look back because remember those points, it changes the outlook or how you do everything else. But that didn't. All that did is stop the Bengals from kicking the extra point when they scored to make this game 20-17.
Now on second down and 7. They've got the first down. Coles holding on to it. And out near the 50. Picks up 17. Carson Palmer called him the ultimate pro.
Boy, nice job too. Lavernius Coles brings it flat. He didn't go up the field too much, which is very important. So he didn't give William Gay a chance to come in there and break it up. Yeah, what did Lavernius Coles say to Chad Johnson one day during practice? Chad Johnson said, they've only thrown to me 5 times.
He says, hey, they've only thrown it to me once. Just trying to
appreciate what you got.
Yep. Lend a little perspective to his teammate. It's Benson banging bodies for about 5. We got another update coming out of the studio in New York. James Brown, it's all yours.
Jim and Phil, Miami trying to tighten things up against the Chargers, but this will take some wind out of your sail. Chad Henne. Pick 6 by the Chargers. Eric Weddle, 31 yards to the end zone, 23-6 San Diego. On top of Miami late in the 4th, Jim and Phil.
Yeah, late. Thank you, JB. Chad Henne again at quarterback there. It's thrown 6 of 14, 1 pick. Pennington was hurt for the Dolphins. Second down and 5.
I'm sorry, I've been talking about Chad Ochocinco. I said Johnson.
No need to apologize. It can happen. That's Benson just riding the back of a teammate inside the 40 and a first.
That's exactly what he did. Just hugged right up to his offensive lineman, and they were road grading down the field. Look at this, just a wall, and they're pushing. Oh, Lawrence Timmons, he's moving. Excellent job. Kiesel couldn't get away from the blocker either.
with 2.5 to play. First down at the Pittsburgh 38. Caldwell was waiting for it, and he has it near another first.
Well, when the game is on the line and it's a big drive, the offensive line for the Bengals really getting stout.
So another nail biter, not only for the Steelers, but for the Bengals as well, for the 3rd straight week. They're a yard shy of the first. They're going to let this go ahead down to the 2-minute warning. Bengals trying to drive for the go-ahead score. 20-15 Steelers.
This is Lance Berkman of the Houston Astros, and you're watching ESPN America.
ESPN America is back on the ice. We've got the very first regular season game.
Away they go.
As two of the oldest NHL teams take to the ice in Toronto. It's Canadiens Leafs.
Go right into the slot. Scores!
Then in Colorado, Joe Sakic retires his jersey as the Sharks take on the Avalanche. An NHL doubleheader. Thursday on ESPN America.
Here we go! Great day to be alive and be a Bruin. We're getting ready to rock and roll right here. Let's go to work. Here we go. Tuck it away, high and tight. We've got to hang on to the rock. We can't have turnovers. Fundamentals, boys. Hey, great job communicating during all this nonsense, right? Just keep your composure, right? Tony Dye, let's get one this week, huh?
The important thing for me to convey to them is I'm with them. I've got a job to do to make sure that they're ready.
Be a little bounce in your step. Let's go. It's our chance to work. Good, 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 good.
It's their job to bring it.
Come on now, finish, finish, finish. You got to start feeling it around here.
Sunday Night Football on ESPN America.
Cruz is in for the touchdown.
Week 4, and it's a live triple header. The Ravens take on the Patriots.
And it's caught for the touchdown.
The Cowboys ride into Denver to face the Broncos.
Held on, touchdown.
Then the Steelers host the Chargers. A live NFL triple header Sunday night on ESPN America.
And there have been some big ones. The Jets behind the rookie quarterback, now 3-0, while the Titans fall to 0-3. Favre throws the winner with 2 seconds left.
Unbelievable. So is this.
Yeah, Lions finally win. First in 20 games. A win over Washington. Mike Vick playing today. Really nothing of any consequence. Cobb leading them to victory. 2nd down and 1, and Palmer going to sneak for it. And it looks like the spot's going to be good for the first. How about a little strategy here? You know, if you really time this right, you're able to drive it right down to the end and score with no time left here, or very little time, I should say.
Well, that's the ideal world, and I said this too. I'll say this: if I was the Bengals, try to use the time, but don't use your timeouts, just in case. In case it doesn't work. There's a little time. You stop the Steelers 3 straight plays. Then maybe you get one more play at the end of the game.
Big yard advantage in this quarter, 111 for the Bengals, as Palmer has not missed in this quarter. 6 for 6. Throwing on first down. And from behind, Ike Taylor. Some thought it might have been a little early, but no flag.
Good timing. Excellent job by Ike Taylor. In college, there'd have been 6 flags. Not the amusement park.
I was going to say, is that a roller coaster or what?
But they allow in the NFL to get your hands on the receivers. They don't affect the play. And you can go over the top. Good job by Ike Taylor.
And they were looking for Caldwell. Now with 1:15. Drop back to the gun. Spread them out. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Palmer, middle of the field. Great grab that time by Caldwell.
What a catch.
Wow. Picks up 7, maybe 8.
Tell you what it's doing too, Jim.
Timeout here called by Cincinnati.
They're going to take it.
What's this doing?
The Steelers the speed at receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals, they're playing it safe. They're going to play the clock and try to get it down to 1 or 2 plays. There's Marvin Lewis calling a timeout. Not taking a chance on the defensive side.
Next week we've got regional action on CBS, and we got a big one in that lineup up at Foxborough. Most of you will see Baltimore and New England, the undefeated Ravens, the 2-1 Patriots. And by the way, one of these 2 teams here today is going to drop back to 1-2 at the end of this one. 2 games back of the Ravens in that AFC North.
Ravens look good. The quarterback, Cam Cameron, they've opened up that offense.
All begins with the NFL today at noon next Sunday.
New England looks strong today. I think they just told the NFL, everybody settle down a little.
Third, we'll call it 2. Going for the big one. To the end zone and in and out of the hands of Ocho Cinco. Ike Taylor may have tipped it away. It looked like for a moment it might be 6.
He did. He stayed right with him, and what he did, Ike Taylor read Ocho Cinco. So when he raised his arms to go for the catch, oh, he got his hand right in the middle. Excellent job.
And now another timeout called by the Bengals with 4th down coming up. Now the signal was Cincinnati for the timeout.
He just signaled to the Steelers. He turned around and signaled it's a Pittsburgh timeout.
Okay, so it's back to the Pittsburgh timeout with 4th and 2 on the way.
Well, I think there's no doubt. If you're the Bengals, you're going to throw this football. I would not take a chance of trying to catch them off guard and run it. And when you get in a situation like this, Jim, you'd like a formation, stacking receivers. That makes it difficult for the defense to be aggressive.
Got to get it to the 18. Well, Cincinnati must right here with 1 minute exactly. Palmer, open man, first down. Coles with the catch.
Plenty of time.
Stops the clock at 47 seconds. For those of you expecting to see the season premiere of 60 Minutes, you're watching the NFL on CBS. The Steelers and Bengals coming down to the wire. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms here in Cincinnati with Pittsburgh on top 20-15. 60 Minutes will be seen in its entirety right after the game, except on the West Coast where you'll see it at its regularly scheduled time.
Situational football. 2-minute offense before the half. The 2 minutes at the end of the game.
Ryan Mundy comes into the secondary for Pittsburgh, replacing Tyrone Carter. On 2nd down from the 15. Palmer throws, end zone, knocked away by Ryan Clark.
What a job. I thought for sure it was a touchdown.
I did too.
Ocho Cinco goes down the field. Watch the move across.
I think Ike Taylor may have even got a fingertip on it.
Oh, yeah, it was Ike Taylor.
He did deflect it. You know, he never makes the Pro Bowl because he doesn't get a lot of picks. He's got bad hands. But that's already now 4 times today he's knocked balls away.
It's been there a while. There's a reason why he's the starter.
Go to 3-0, defeating Oakland 23-15 here. 3rd down from the 15. To the end zone. He was looking for Henry, incomplete. William Gay on the coverage. And another 4th down coming up. Now the Bengals call their 2nd timeout.
When a quarterback escapes the pocket in a situation like this, you almost always expect somebody to be wide open. Gay gets away with a grabbing the jersey of Chris Henry. Oh, Lavernius Coles goes, he's uncovered.
Wow.
Uncovered, a blown assignment by the Steelers defense, but pressure. Palmer has to move the pocket. Most right-handed quarterbacks, they're going to run right.
Phil, I hate to go back this far, but on first down here at the 15, they spiked it with 47 seconds and basically just lost it down. Were they really in that big of a hurry to have to just give it down away at that time?
Yeah, I think I said it. I didn't agree with spiking it. I can't remember exactly. I'm going to say there's 52 seconds.
47 seconds at the end of the spike.
After he spiked it, yes.
Yep.
If nothing else, the defense was pretty far off. I would have at least had an audible where I could have thrown a quick out and got 4 or 5 yards to a wide receiver who was uncovered.
Got to get to the 5 for a first. It's 4th down. Now a Pittsburgh timeout.
It's like an NBA game here. That was a good timeout by the Steelers.
Well, here's the story tonight on 60 Minutes. Where did all of the Bernie Madoff money go? The man in charge of searching for it has some answers, and he's on the season premiere of 60 Minutes. That's followed by the premieres of the Emmy Award-winning Amazing Race and Cold Case, all tonight on CBS.
It was a good timeout by the Steelers, Jim, because the formation was different. They had double-stacked receivers on each side. So Mike Tomlin says, oh, let's go over this and make sure everybody knows who they got if they give us the same play or the same look here again after the timeout. And they change. Nope, they're kind of getting back to stack to the left.
Again, it's 4th down. Have to get to the 5 to keep it alive. With 36 seconds to go. Palmer has the time. Throws it at the last second, and Leonard able to stay on his feet for the first down. Looked like he'd be stopped a yard short. What an effort by Brian Leonard. Now with 20 seconds, clock running. Here's another spike at 18 seconds. And Leonard a little gimpy. He's well, was looking at walking off the field, but I didn't think he was going to make it. It was a great second effort by the backup running back.
You think he's going to get caught from behind. He released late. What a job by Carson Palmer pulling the football down. And Brian Leonard made this football team because he's a good blocker on 3rd downs, and he just knows how to play the 3rd down offense. What a job.
What a game. With 18 seconds, 2nd and goal. Palmer. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Andre Caldwell. His first career. Younger brother of Rashay Caldwell used to play. That offensive line gave Palmer the protection he needed. Fake to Caldwell, throw to Leonard. They've got it for 2 more. Two, 4th down. The last one coming on 4th.
Things have changed. And toughness in the middle. The space, hooks it up. Throw by Carson Palmer. Protection once again. The offensive line, that job is about working up and just from you. The Bengals offense
Kyle Cook, one of those who was pushing key enough to give Palmer. Here's the 2.
About all the lessons in the offseason. How about this? They just hung in there. They mentally hung in. A lot of tough situations overcame.
Pittsburgh early and lost. And they're from suffering a similar fate here at Paul Brown Stadium. Second hop comes to Mendenhall, who laterals it back to Logan. Logan cuts back middle. 3 seconds to go, and he's down in time to get one snap. 8 straight times the Bengals had lost here at home to Pittsburgh. Of course, no one around here wants to talk about the immaculate deflection here 2 weeks ago. But this was the last time Cincinnati beat Pittsburgh, and they came back from 13 down in that one to win. Neil Rackers won it on a field goal in overtime, and they were down 13 today. That was in the first half. They were down 13-zip until a field goal in the last play of the half. You take nothing for granted here after the Denver debacle.
Well, they're playing this one a lot different.
So winding up and heaving it as far as he can, Roethlisberger, and it falls incomplete, and the Bengals have upset the Super Bowl champions. The Steelers now have lost both games without Polamalu. They fall 2 games behind the Ravens in the division. The Bengals are 1 back of Baltimore. A team that came together at the end of last year. Martin Lewis told us about it this week. They won their last 3. A depleted bunch that fought hard. And they've now won 2 straight games.
I think you're right. 10, the veteran players, the core veteran players, I think they finally just had enough, and they decided this offseason to do something about it.
A big comeback by the Bengals. Down 13-0. Late in the second quarter, they come back to win it with 14 seconds to go. 23-20 final. Cincinnati coming up 60-minute season premiere. For Phil Simms, this is Jim Nantz saying so long from Cincinnati, and you've been watching the NFL on CBS.
With every new season comes expectations, but nothing hurts